This race recap is brought to you by strutmasters.com. Take a look and see why we are better. Except for a semifinal finish back at the NHRA Arizona Nationals in Phoenix, 2020 has not been kind to Ron Capps and his Napa team. It all started when the Napa Auto Parts team suffered a hauler fire on the way to preseason testing in Las Vegas. Then came the worldwide pandemic, which shut down drag racing for 3 months. Once it resumed, Capps found himself batting 1,000 in first-round losses. A seasoned competitor, Capps understands drag racing is full of peaks and valleys. Sunday at Lucas Oil Raceway during the Dodge NHRA Indy Nationals, Capps found his way to the top of the mountain in one day. Capps doubled his amount of round wins this season en route to picking up career victory number 65, stopping J.R. Todd in the final round. With the win, Capps now has a victory at all facilities on the NHRA's Mello Yello Drag Racing Series.
Someone that knows he won is Ron Capps, and Ron, although it's not the U.S. Nationals, you hoist a Wally right here at the holy grail of racetracks for drivers. When you account the struggle over the last 2 Indy races, how much meaningful is that trophy?
Oh, Amanda, it's not just that. I mean, I want to melt this down and give it to all those Napa people out there that were essential workers through all what we're doing. We just want to come out and let people forget about what's going on, put on a show, have fun. But listen, this is going to go to my wife. I don't think I've ever given my wife a trophy. We've been coming here 23 years, and I've never won at this track. For a driver to say he's won at every track on the circuit, that tells you the talent that is around him. Don Schumacher, Dodge, Pennzoil, especially Napa Auto Parts. That's a huge accomplishment. I'm so proud to drive that race car. But my wife, man, we've been coming to Indy so many years. She lives this dream through me. I get emotional here, but she understands the mood swings when you don't do well and you go home, and just it's something we love to do. It's the best job in the world. But our family members that have been coming here for years to be here when I won Indy, I'm so bummed they're not here, but this is going back, and it might be a week-long party, I can guarantee you that. Woo!
On the other hand, when it came to Top Fuel, the difference in victory and defeat was not so distinguishable. In a battle between drivers who desperately needed a victory, Steve Torrence and Terry McMillan proved it's how you start the race and not how you finish which can determine what wins in the end. McMillan found himself well behind the 8-ball at the green light, and the much quicker reacting Torrence was holding on with a monster grip at the finish line as his engine quit shy of the stripe. Torrence wasn't sure who won as he held off McMillan, who lost an engine in the lights while making up for lost ground.
Pandemonium up here. Steve, you were actually upset up here. Then you found out that you won. You have talked about your mental toughness heading into this weekend. How do you continue that forward?
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, it's frustrating because I ain't the best at pedaling one of these things, but I try to do my job, and we go out there, and I'm about to suffocate in this deal. We go out there, and it knocked the tire off, and it kind of surprised me, you know, but I did the best we could do. Terry, he's a great guy, and I mean, I love his little boy Cameron. I go over there, but Cameron didn't want to talk to me today. He said, hey, we're racing, you can't talk. But all the guys at Capco, thank you guys for supporting us. I got my head out of my butt. We're heading home with another Wally, and it's just, it's a blessing to be able to come back out here and get to do what we enjoy doing. We love to race, everybody does, and maybe our country will overcome these obstacles, and we'll get back to normal real soon. So thankful, and we're headed back to Texas.
Over in Pro Stock, it was all Jags all the time. Jeg Coughlin left Indianapolis with a points lead in his farewell tour as he stopped his nephew and Pro Stock newcomer TJ Coughlin in the final. The victory marked the second this season for Jeg, and had TJ won, it would have been the first time a Mustang visited the winner's circle in Indianapolis in Pro Stock since the late Dino Don Nicholson did so in 1977.
You got to race your nephew in the final. When you think back on this memory, what will that mean for your family?
It's huge, man, without question. You know, Troy Jr.'s been a study of the sport, you know, since a kid, and you know, I've loved having him come with us week in and week out. Whether we're pro racing or bracket racing, he was always a study, and I knew I'd have my hands full here in the final with him without question. He's been knocking the tree over, and we've been pretty good in old Yeller behind us here. But what a weekend! I want to say hey to Cleve Brown, my stepsister's husband, who's getting through some hard times down in Florida. But we're celebrating this one for you. This one's for you, bud, and looking forward to getting to the next race. Let's go!
If there's one racer who knows a thing about a dry spell, it's multi-time Pro Stock motorcycle champion Angelle Sampey. On Sunday, Sampey stopped Chris Bostick, who had been away from the sport since 2005, to score her first victory since June 2016 in Englishtown, New Jersey. The victory marked number 43 for Sampey, who initially signed on with Vance & Hines for a 4-race trial in January 2019.
Well, guys, I don't know if you heard that when she took off her helmet. She said, "This is my day." And Angelle, with all of that tension at the starting line, you pulled off a 001 reaction time. How do you do it?
I don't know. I tried to stay calm. I didn't know if they were going to get the bike fixed, and Chris was doing such a good job, and luck seemed to be on his side, and I just said, I'm going to put all my fears in God, and I'm just going to stay calm, and they got it fixed, and oh my God, thank you, Vance & Hines and Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson, I told you I was going to do this. I told you I was going to do it. I bet you thought I was dead, but I'm not dead. No, happy birthday to me. Yes, finally.
This weekend's NHRA Indy Nationals is technically the second pro-modified event of the season, yet it crowned the first winner of the Tour in 2020. At the end of the day, it was one of the class's more iconic names who found himself in a win-win situation. Ricky Smith, who's been sidelined since the NHRA's restart following back surgery, was in the middle of the track as team drivers Jonathan Gray and Bo Butner battled it out in an intramural skirmish amongst Ricky Smith Racing nitro-injected Camaros. Gray scored the victory, stopping Butner, who was subbing for Smith. Johnny Placino admits he's a dreamer of sorts, but for the second-generation Mountain Motor Pro Stock driver, those dreams are becoming a reality as of late. Placino, who recently won an 8th Mile PDRA Extreme Pro Stock event, adding to the expanding resume by driving his StrutMasters.com entry to the winner's circle again. Placino beat Elijah Morton in an all-Mustang final round. Randall Andreas captured the Mickey Thompson Top Fuel Harley title, extending his undefeated final round record over defending series champion Ty Tharp, whose red light negated a quicker elapsed time. Also in competition over the weekend was a full slate of Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series competitors, and these were the winners at the North Central Regional event. The NHRA Mello Yello Drag Racing Series takes a break before returning with the granddaddy of all drag races, the NHRA U.S. Nationals at Lucas Oil Raceway over Labor Day weekend. It's easy to stay in the know. Download the CompetitionPlus.com mobile app. Sign up for push notifications to get notified of breaking news and the latest feature stories and videos. It's a free download at the iTunes Store and Google Play.